Okay, so we're going to do the lip wax and an eyebrow wax. First of all, gloves. Okay, very important. And then we're going to prep the skin. I've already prepared my cotton rounds. Okay, so we've got our prep that we put on first to clean the skin, get rid of any oils. We've got the oil for afterwards, and we've got talc. Okay, you don't need a lot, so you can't see that on there. So I'm going to take one cotton round with prep on, and we're just going to clean the area, removing any makeup, any oils, any moisture that's going to prevent the wax from adhering to the hair. And then same thing with the eyebrows. When you're prepping, make sure you go against the direction of the hair just to stand it all up. Okay. Okay, so that prep will leave a bit of residue on the skin, so we want to get our talc. Talc's just going to absorb any oil that's left. So you don't actually need to see a lot of the talc on the skin. It's just to dry it out. Make sure you really get in there, especially hairs that sort of lie flat across the skin. You really want to get them well prepped. Got a bit of fluff in the eyelash there. Right, with the lip you can either use, you've got your small spatula, or we have the large spatulas which you can snap in half. Okay, just start at one end and move your way down. Sometimes they split like that, but that's fine, you can still use three. Okay, right, so we're going to take the wax. Remember, you've tested this wax on yourself, so you know that it's at the right consistency. In these wax pots, you want it to be just a little over 3. Okay, and we're going to stretch the skin down, keep it nice and taut, and apply the wax in the opposite direction of growth. Now, you'll notice that I've just gone over, a little bit over the lip. Okay, the reason for that is if you try and avoid the lip, you can end up with a little line of hairs all the way along. It won't hurt when it comes off because the wax is only going to hurt where you're actually pulling out the hairs, and as there's no hair on the lip, it's just like putting a bit of wax on the palm of your hand and pulling it off. It's not going to hurt unless you have a cold sore or dry lips. Okay, so feeling that that's ready, we're going to stretch that skin really nice and tight. One flick and remove pressure. Don't know if you can see the little hairs there. Okay, take that pressure off. Now come around to the other side. Same thing. Skin tight. Remove and pressure. Keep that pressure on for a little bit longer than you think you need to. Okay, there's a bit of residue there. We can either try and remove it, but you don't want to be going pick, pick, pick at the skin. We'll just leave that and get it off in the next strip. Okay, so when you do this, try and keep all the wax on one side of the spatula. Okay, and pull it nice and tight. And dip that right in there. because they're little small patches, it doesn't actually take long to set. Okay, so again, stretching that skin, flick up, remove, and pressure. Is that feeling okay, Olivia? Just overlapping where we've been. You can actually, sometimes using the patch that we've just used to remove, if you keep that in your hand, you can keep it quite tacky. What you can do, on little small areas like this, it works quite well. Sometimes the worst part is the actual flicking. If you can't get a good tab, what you can do, if this is still nice and tacky, you can attach it by just gently applying pressure there and use this as your tab. So then you don't have to do that flick. Okay, pressure. And then we are going to get our cotton pad that's already got the oil on it. And to apply oil, bring that maybe like right down. You can still see a few little hairs there. So what I'm going to do is go over the whole area again. Now that I've oiled it, I can't use a lot of pressure. So I'm just going to very gently, because we've removed already about 90% of the hair, I can actually do a nice big patch now. You'd never do this right at the start because you won't get all the hairs out properly and it would really hurt. Make sure you come down just below that lip line, because you'll notice on most people when they've got a hairier lip, most of the hair is actually in that area. Okay, so that's just placed on very gently. Once that is set, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this in a video, but we can remove that whole thing. There's lots and lots and lots of little hairs there. Okay, so that's the lip done.